Assalamu alaikum. Have you ever realized after you read a really good book how refreshed you feel? Or being in a discussion in a circle with others, you learned something new and it felt like you had some kind of light entered into your body and your heart? Well, that's what knowledge is. Knowledge is light and ignorance is darkness. We have a story from the life of the Holy Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, which teaches us something really valuable. One day he walked into the mosque and he found two groups of people doing different activities. One group was busy in worship, prayer, prostrating, reflecting, doing their daily prayers. And the other group was sitting in a circle discussing an important intellectual discussion. And they were gaining knowledge. Which group do you think the Holy Prophet sat with or joined? Well, our narrations teach us that he actually joined the group that was gaining knowledge, sitting in a circle, learning something new. So this act of the Holy Prophet is a proof for us that there's no better act in today's life than gaining knowledge. Now, when we talk about gaining knowledge, what type of knowledge am I referring to, or does the Quran and Ahadith of Ahlul Bayt push us towards? That is gaining the knowledge of our creed or our Tawheed, monotheism. Learning more about God and His attributes and about how He functions in this world and the type of people He wants us to be. In the Shia school of thought, we have something called Usul ad-Din, or the roots of religion. These are 5 main beliefs that in order for you to be considered a believing and acting Muslim, you have to believe in them and adhere to the practices. So what are these? The first one is Tawheed, or the belief that there is only one God. The second one is the belief that God is just, that He is a just creator and being. The third one is prophethood, that He sent prophets to us to help us understand and learn how He wants us to reflect and act on the Holy Quran. The fourth one is imama, or the belief in the religious guides after the demise of the Holy Prophet. And the fifth one is the belief in the Day of Judgment, the fact that we will be resurrected one day and brought back to God to account for all the deeds that we've done. So these are the 5 roots of our religions that focus on our beliefs. So in the belief of the Shia school of thought, you must believe in these 5 that I just mentioned without following any scholar or without imitating somebody. What do I mean by that? So in order for you to believe that God is one and that He's just and He sent His prophets and His imams to guide us and there will be a day of judgment, you have to study and learn and understand these concepts on your own. You can't just say, just because my mother believes in this, I'm going to believe in it. No, you have to take the time to actually read and understand and make those part of your heart and your knowledge. So this is one of the benefits of gaining knowledge. What are the effects of gaining knowledge? Well, we have a lot of great effects. One of them is that it'll remove you from the state of ignorance and darkness into light. The next one, it'll help your moral character and make you grow and become someone that's not just selfish and self-centered and living in ignorance. And another effect of gaining knowledge is it will affect our beliefs, our actions, and our feelings. So as a social worker, I work a lot with people and I try to explain to them how to take themselves from a low mental state to a better state of being. And when you focus on your beliefs, it affects your emotions and then in turn affects your actions. So these beliefs, if I believe that my Lord is just and He's loving and He's merciful, I will have good feelings towards Him. And in turn, I'll be more inclined to worship Him and love Him and be obedient to Him. So this is just one simple example. What are some narrations that we have about gaining knowledge? Let me read them to you. They're very beautiful. One of them says that all the creatures in the sea and all the creatures above the sea and all the mammals on earth will be seeking forgiveness for the seekers of knowledge. SubhanAllah. So when you take on that endeavor to learn something new about your faith, know that everything in this universe is going to be on your side and is going to help you and going to be rooting you on to do this great act. Another one is, whoever seeks knowledge is like a person who fasts during the day and stands in prayer at night. The knowledge he seeks is better than giving charity in the amount of a mountain called Abu Qubais in the way of God. So you don't have to, we just finished the month of Ramadan and we were working so hard. Now we want another opportunity to get these rewards. One of them is just learning something new. So my advice is to take a few narrations a day from the life of Ahlul Bayt and just learn about them and reflect and gain that knowledge and that awareness. Because on the flip side of knowledge is ignorance. And ignorance it corrupts all matters. And people are enemies of that which they do not know. So you'll find many people are enemies towards religion and enemies towards being closer to God because they don't know Him. They don't understand the faith. They don't understand the laws and the rules and how to actually beautifully get closer to Allah. So they become enemies of religion, enemies of knowledge because they're ignorant. So we don't want to be from those people. And finally, we'll end with this narration. There is no poverty more severe than that of ignorance. So someone's actually considered poor when they're ignorant and they don't know and they don't understand. So we ask Allah to help us be of those who gain knowledge, who love our Lord and are interested in bettering ourselves on a daily basis. Thank you so much. Wassalamu alaikum.